Hi, Ashley here with hearthookhome.com, and today we are learning how to crochet the gorgeous basket weave stitch. In order to crochet this, you're going to need to know how to make the front post double crochet and the back post double crochet. It creates this woven-like effect that looks beautiful in all things from baskets to sweaters to washcloths. Let's learn how to crochet the basket weave. For this tutorial, I am using a super bulky yarn so that it is easier to see, and I am using a 9mm crochet hook, which is what is recommended for this yarn. I'm going to go ahead and pull my yarn. We are going to start with a slip knot and a chain. I'm going to do, since my basket weave here is 3 stitches wide, my multiple needs to be 6 stitches so that I've got front, back, front, back, front, back. So this is 6, 12, 18, right? So we need a multiple of 6 and then plus 4. The plus 4 is so that we have 1 on the edge over here, 1 on the edge over here, and then these 2 left over are for starting that first row. So we're going to do a multiple of 6 plus 2 plus 2 for the starting chain. So I'm going to start with 22 chains today. The first thing we need to do is set up a foundation row. So I'm going to find the 3rd chain from my hook. I'm going to go into the back bar and I'm going to do a double crochet in each stitch, each chain, all the way to the end. And when I get there, I should have 20 stitches, 20 double crochet stitches. So now that I have my 20 double crochet stitches, I'm going to relax this a little bit, just pull it just a little bit. It'll help those stitches relax. I love that yarn, that's beautiful. Now we're going to start row 2. So we had to have the double crochet row so that we had something to work around in row 2. So row 2, we are going to chain 2 and turn. I do like to keep these chains small so that they're not super tall. We're going to turn. We're going to do 1 regular double crochet in the first stitch here. And again, I like to keep this a little bit small. You could do a half double crochet instead. I'm going to keep mine as double crochets. So we're doing 1 regular double crochet in the first stitch. Now we're going to do the actual basket weave portion. So here we've got this 1 in the first, and now we're going to do these 3 stitches that are pulled to the front. So they're going to be front post double crochet stitches. So we're going to use these 3 right here. And in order to do that, I do have a dedicated tutorial for post stitches, but we're going to act like a double crochet. So wrap your yarn around your hook, and we're going around the post of this stitch, bringing it to the front, right? So we're pulling it towards us. So go ahead and complete that double crochet just like you normally would. Now we're going to do that again around this one and this one. So go around that whole post of that stitch and finish the double crochet. One more time. So now that I've done my 3 there, I'm ready to do 3 back post double crochets around the next 3. So in order to do that, you're going to do the same thing, except you're going to come from the back side. So from the back side, this is tricky if you've never done it before. Like I said, I do have a dedicated tutorial for these stitches, these post stitches, that may help, may be beneficial to watch. So I'm doing 3 of these back post double crochets. So I've got the front 3 and now the back 3. So now I'm going to do the front 3 and then the back 3 and then the front 3 and then the back 3. We're just going to repeat those or alternate those across. Now when we get back to the end, or when we get over here to the end, we're going to have 3 back posts, and then we're going to do our 1 double crochet in the top of that last stitch. So we're going to do a back post in this one, around this one, a back post around this one, and a back post around this one. Nice. Now in this final stitch right here, we're going to do a regular double crochet. And I like to do these a little bit on the tight side, these edge stitches. Pull my yarn. I like to do these edge stitches a little bit tight. Helps to keep the edges nice and tidy. All right, so there is row 2. You can see that the basket portion is already taking shape. So now for row 3, we're going to do exactly what we just did in row 2. So we're going to repeat that with a chain 2 on the tight side, on them kind of short, turn, a regular double crochet in the first stitch here, and now we've got what looks like front post. If you remember, when we ended, these were back posts, but now that we've turned, they look like front posts. So we're doing exactly what we did in row 2, where we do a front post around the first 3. And once you get the front post and back post established, this row right here is much easier to do. So I'm going to alternate front, front, front with back, back, back all the way across. When you get to the end, we're going to place 1 double crochet in the final stitch here on the tight side. And that is the end of row 3. Now you can definitely see how springy that is too. That's beautiful. So for row 4, so this is 1, 2, 3. When you go to count these, I find that it's easier to count these ridges than it is to count these. So we are going to start row 4. And so now, as you can see here, we are having these 3 front, back, front, back, front, back. And then on the next set of woven strips, those are flip-flopped, right? So now the backs go around the fronts and the fronts go around the backs. So in order to do that, we're going to do our chain 2 on the tight side and turn. We'll place that first double crochet in that first stitch on the tight side. And now we're going to do the opposite of what we have here. So this is a front, or it looks like it should be a front, so I'm going to do a back. Okay, so this is a little bit trickier because it's already pulled to the front, so you just have to go slow and make sure you get the whole post. So now I'm going to do 3 back. Redo that one. 3 back post stitches. And then 3 front post stitches around these next 3 right here. You're just bringing those to the front. So now we're weaving basically the opposite of what we have been doing. And so we will do this, or we will create this for 3 rows. And then we'll go back to the other one for 3 rows. And then we'll go back to this one for 3 rows. So that's all you're doing, is you're alternating whether they're coming to the front or the back as you make them. And when you get to the end, you're going to place 1 double crochet in that last stitch on the tight side. Beautiful. So that is a row 4. So now we are ready for a row 5, and you can see that it's really starting to take shape, right? So now for rows 5 and 6, we're going to repeat row 4. So we're going to chain 2 and turn. Place that first double crochet in the first stitch. Do a back, 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 front, 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 back, 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 front, 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 back, 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 front, 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 and then a double in the last. So we're going to do that twice, and then it will look like we have this stacked right up here. So here is the end of row 6, and you can see that we are ready to change back to the first way where we're going to have the front post here, the back post here, the front post here. So I will do one more set of blocks and we will see just how gorgeous that is. Let's start row 7 together. Before we move on though, it's important to note now that we have got the basket weave established, we're going to do rows 7, 8, and 9 are going to repeat row 2. Rows 10, 11, and 12 are going to repeat row 4. And then 13, 14, 15 are repeating row 2. So you're doing these 3 rows the same way, and then you're doing these 3 rows, and then these 3 rows, and then these 3 rows. So now you are just going to alternate that the entirety of the pattern. So let's go ahead and start a row 2 together for row 7. So we're going to do our double crochet in the first stitch. We're going to do a front post around the first 3, and then the back post around the next 3, and alternate that. So here I have just finished row 9, and you can see this beautiful basket weave texture. I've noticed that with bulkier weight yarns, this texture really pops better than with thinner or fingering weight yarns. Some things to note about the basket weave stitch: you want to remember that if you are making a width different than 3, so here we have 3 wide and we're doing 3 tall. If you're doing 5 wide, you're probably going to want to do 5 tall. You can also just go until it looks like it's square before you switch to the opposite to create that basket weave effect. Also, when you go to count your rows, it's easiest for me to count the back post rows. So this is row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the easiest way to count basket weave for me. I hope you love this basket weave stitch tutorial. I hope you love crocheting this stitch, and I look forward to crocheting with you soon. Thanks for watching.